Hey everybody, how's it going? Back here once again. Uh, yeah, it's been a busy week. I've been working a lot, so I haven't had a ton of time to play the games I would like and do all that stuff. But, we're here with Pentiment. I was looking through the options here. Uh, decent amount of stuff, though, from the way that this game is. I don't know that there's necessarily. I'm gonna see if how the text size looks. I always hate this kind of thing because it's like I don't show me what that looks like. How does it? It doesn't change anything here. I think it's also changed the size of some text. So imagine anything not baked into it. There's a voice assist if you want that, but I'm assuming it's gonna be the robotic-y kind of thing. I guess I could play this with a controller. I don't feel like I should, so we'll start here. Start up a new game. I'm going to use the easy read fonts for your sake. I played like a few minutes earlier just to see what this was. And it was alright for me, but for your sakes out there, I'm going to make sure it sounds good. That was weird, the audio like went up and down for no reason. Oh yeah. Apologies, I gotta put some crap away. There we go. Cause I gotta like sit here and like erase this book. I think this guy was different than the first time. I don't know. There you go. You have to do enough of it. And this is an Obsidian entertainment game. Kind of a weird small game that has been, I think, Josh Sawyer's pet project for a while. But, yeah, it's a very, like, dialogue heavy game. As your, like, an early part of it is like a murder mystery to solve that you gotta try to figure out, but whether you do or don't get it right, it'll have lots of effects on the story and the way people react to you and all that. You turn this down a little bit because it's loud for me. Should be fine for you, but let me know if that's anything I need to change. You know, this is, I guess this is like Latin or something. From what I know, they've done a lot of work in like old script languages and all that kind of stuff. Now, dealing with the Holy Roman Empire in 1518. Sleeps. An artist mind. Oh. Oh, this is his mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. You need to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. I think you can click on this stuff to have it pop out to say, like, which I guess is this guy. The Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you, though. Oh, this... Okay, her. I was seeing these all around, I didn't notice where they were coming from. Well, Socrates, of course. Indeed, but the rule of the Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. It's like, what's the rule? The rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. It's like, okay. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards. Be happy you're only stuck there for a few more months, Andreas? St. Grobian. Okay. How'd you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologize, I said I'd avoid unnecessary conversations in the future. I applied the rules for him, not for me. I'm an artist, not a monk. I just nodded and kept working. And thank Christ for that. Haha. A little bit I've heard talk about this is these two might be my, like, guardian angels. This is all in his mind as he's sleeping. That's what I think it was implying. And so, like, the angel and the devil on your shoulders kind of thing, these two might be that. His calling is to God. Yours is to your labor and the illumination that it brings. It's the abbot's house, so everyone has to play by his rules, or rather, the rule. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Nuremberg is the free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Okay. Just let you, like, look around, I guess. That's a neat touch. Yes, marriage with someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. The alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty, at least? I think it's where you can kind of set some apology story stuff. That's when my brother sent his letter. Maybe just trying with my spirits. Small portrait they sent was lovely. I'd say that one. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. True, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. As are many things, trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. I haven't seen this X, like, what's that mean? I never do. Ow! At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. So I think this is him, like, on his path to waking up. I don't know. Where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point trying to teach them anything. These guys certainly are foolish. Especially this guy. I think he's my favorite. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I want the abbot can't push me around. He's trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. He'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Right, an outsider he brought in. If he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. This guy's a jerk. Oh, you're not getting the mouse. Oh. I gotta fix that. Let me see here. Nicely. There we go. Capture cursor. There we go. Go. Would you pleased? Almost like he's doing it on purpose. I go. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. It's like, if I click this, does it just automatically end? Problem is, I'm not gonna... I didn't try that out last time, so I don't know. Good morning, Ursula. Go under... Here. Time to get up. Alright, April 15, the Baron. Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc. Keeps giving me all these books to read. Okay, I guess that'll probably be helpful when we get to more people. I can go to bed. That's a neat little trick there. Andre... Got little point-clicky stuff here. What's up, Clara? Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? There's nothing to be done about. Quite well, thank you. Well, I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. I don't want me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Who's Otto? Okay, long-haired fellow with the beard. Okay. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. Oh, we're still waiting. You are Andreas. It's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it would be too much trouble, could we... Be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today. If you raised it by 2 groschen. I hate to ask, but we're behind our taxes to the Abbey, 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Oh. So you wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair, I suppose it's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. This is... Can't promise anything, I'll see what we can do. Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? To the beginning of May. Be generous. Oh, okay, so these are like your... Ranger's like, what is this shit? Don't they pay tax every year? Why is this falling on you to fix? This is of inaction into account. I don't want to be taken advantage of. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter. Who's Peter? Oh. Can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Taxes are hard to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. St. Luke, bless you for helping us out. Speaking of St. Luke, how has your masterpiece come along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? St. Luke, Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Wait, winged bull. Okay, I guess they're not going to show me what that... Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. So during the divine office, that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. Prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day, and once at night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. Oh, it's like, hey, if you're worried about Ferenc, that's him as well. Reasonable restriction, but slow going. City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yeah, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. Must be rather frightening starting all over again. So, I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Oh no! How many people get to decide that? Is there not anyone in Tassing? Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little notebook. Masterpiece must be wonderful. It is my... It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. I had to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Ooh. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course, until later, Clara. It seems like that just skips any extra pretense. Hello, Andreas. Oh. That's just a little pleasantry. And so then they have these things up. I guess this is like... This is literally the Xbox, like, pause buttons icon. So I guess there's that. This is... Okay, this is like journal stuff. Here's like what I'm working on. Map of the area. We're over here. So, okay, so I can get kind of... This is the Abbey area. Okay. Different people. Big Jorg Gertner. Yes, Clara, Eva. Okay. People we know of, at least. Glossary term, monastic hour, dusk. Okay. Oh, we're like stuck on this track? That's weird. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with a plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You up to the Abbey? Every day was Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Just spent your Wanderjahr before you came to Tassing. Wandering years, okay. Which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skill, okay. Oh boy. Andreas knows some Italian and French, can reference cultural touchdowns from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. And Dutch and French, can speak cultural touchdowns from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Knows Italian, a little Greek, and can cultural touchdowns from Florence, Venice, and Milan. I like The Simpsons, so I'm going to go with Flanders here. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, all the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west, down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains, you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What do you spend all the time in Flanders doing anyway? With an art, I mean. Alright, hedonist. Seeks out pleasure where he goes. Extremely social. Quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Lives to work and dedicate all of his time to his art. Non-working free time, finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Like, I'm not 100% sure what these are going to affect as far as choices, but let's see. Pension for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. What would our guy do? Let's be a hedonist. Try it. Oh. Flemish women are beautiful and the beer is wonderful. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Why not? Priests tell us to emulate the lives of the saints. I revere St. Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet. Hippo was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of the Hippo Regius. He's organized as doctor of the church and is most known for his work, The City of God, and his autobiographical confession, as well as development of the doctrine of the original sin. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Who's that? Oh, Mr. Hat Boy, okay. George? Is that George or Jorg? Jorg, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later. I think it skips probably that little bit there. So he said, what's up? Evan Clara? I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. Like when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. After the apostles? Are the names of pretty girls, you know? Isn't that blasphemy? All the pretty girls I know are married, though. Naming a chicken after another man's wife doesn't seem right. Hear the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' great moments of glory in his darkest trials. I was thinking that's how it is with girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Makes perfect sense to me, Big George. Much in common with Christ. Word of advice, don't mention it to anyone else, especially the Father. You're making fun, it's fine, I get it. I just call them girls from now on. I don't grow your family eat eggs, what do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Claire says we need extra money for taxes. And apparently you do. Alright. Or wait. So if I... Okay. My WASD also does this and then I lose mouse control. Okay. I was wondering how much, what time does, because it's like 6 hours right now. I don't know what, that one I don't know what that is. Andreas. Okay, he's just saying what's up. Ill Peter. God bless you, Andreas. Ah, yes, Andreas. Well, it's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Well, of course they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one's followed the old ways anymore. But Abbott didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals, and spinning wool. She's still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. Which is banned all observances of pagan gods. Ill Peter. St. Moritz is the patron saint of Tassing. Legend states that he was the Egyptian-born commander of a Roman legion who converted to Christianity. They were all martyred for their faith. His hand is a relic in Kirsau's shrine. Following the weather since no one follows the customs anymore. Ah, sharper than you look, eh? The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. Rannig Kemper, the late husband of Attilia, okay. That bastard had me like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. It's interesting. When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way the witches don't steal your soul. Oh. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Oh, is this... sheep are here? keep me out of here. So, town commons. Still 6 hours, okay. Let's see. El Andreas. Andrew Smith's smithy, so much smaller than the one he used at the Abbey. Ah, these sheep? Okay. Jeez, they're all over the place. What's up, Martin? What? What up, Hetty? Veronica? Hello, Andreas. There's a lot of sheep around here. Like, what's going on? Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. It's a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Something I can do to help? Martin, idiot. You going to help them? No, excuse me, I try to stay out of the way. See, should I offer to help? Hoping it also helps us, allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction from work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him, give him a good scare. And I don't know anything about sheep, and I probably just get in their way. Thanks. It'll probably take an hour or two to track them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did I say about blasphemy? Sorry, Mom. Oh, look, there's something going on up at the Steinauer's place. Patrick Stewart yelling at people. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I know Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johann pulled his pants down. Johann! Okay, we'll keep an eye out for Mr. Pants Guy. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. She really loves to use the Lord's name in vain here. This is quite a thing here. What, Aunt Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. This seems like, oh, this probably gets you out of whatever you're talking about. Eat shit, Andreas. Look. Okay, that's certainly a way to go. Let's see. Okay, now we can officially go, or can I go up here and see what's going on with these folks? Yo, you two, get out of the way. Alright, fine. That's the Gertner farm, we're not going over there. Still at 6 hours? Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like much time management or anything. Church and Druckers, okay. Where the heck are we at? Oh, jeez. Outer Tassing, okay, so we didn't go to the Bauer farm, we went back this way out to like this area, okay. And now we're over here. Oh, jeez. Now we're in town proper. Okay, we're over here. Okay, I see. That was the Zimmerman house. This is the Drucker house. The mill, the meadow, forest, form. Need to go up this way to the Bower. Or not the Bower. To the Abbey. And these must be all the... Okay. Why are these all put together? These all, like, from the same... No, these don't look like they're all the same family. I don't know. Do anything there. What's up, Klaus? Oh my god, what? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Oh, that's pretty neat. That's like the... I don't know, like the leather? I don't... Like it's being printed on, so like he might be a printer of some kind. Morning. Like our guy writes. Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear you still coming by for supper tonight. Mary and Bert would love to see you. Marie and Bert, okay. What's up with Mr. Beat here? It's a weird little art. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continuing exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Okay. I didn't realize Father Thomas lets you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from heresy, witch mania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute, your sloppy types. Yeah, for your terrible work. Is that what? Heresy? Sure, why not? Some of the things people are publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. It doesn't take much with that one. I know, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So supper tonight after Vespers? So... It's like, do I have... do I have an option? There we go. Oh no. I was trying to see if I had, like, some other option here. What are my controls here? Interact, margins, journal map, journal quest. Okay, J. I think we'll see. Not tonight, sometime soon then. See you later, Andreas. See you later. Okay. Because it's like, what? I don't know if you need to get across town and head up. These are our little bits here, I guess. I thought it would tell me, like, what other things are going on. She was telling us somebody, I guess that was Klaus, that wanted to hang out for dinner. God bless Master Mailer. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on the way up the hill to get to work. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation to receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise you I'll make it this Sunday. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night, and... Such burden, if not for his sake, consider for your own. Man has many duties. I should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass. To hell with him. Change your dialogue options a little bit, maybe. This is about more than your success in this life. There's another... Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Present imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Okay. See you, Father Thomas. Nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. Brings you back to our little town. I'm returning from a trip to Venice. There's powerful republics on the Italian peninsula sitting on the northwest coast. Commerce and art in southern Europe. Spent a few days in Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian country of Tyrol, and major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. Major city to Curacao Abbey and Tassing. Nobody was also the site of the witch trials in 1482. Okay, cool. It has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. The imperial diet is an assembly of 3 colleges. Okay. The imperial states of the Holy Roman Empire, the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. So like a congress or whatever. The emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Well, I didn't want to bother him or the painter. See artist, my lord. An older man from Nuremberg with enough of a reputation to paint the emperor. But I'm not sure who you mean. I heard of Albrecht Dürer. Albrecht Dürer is a renowned painter and printmaker from Nuremberg. He's revered in Venice as well as he has enjoyed the patronage of Emperor Maximilian I. My wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Curacao. Died shortly. Curacao before Father Gernot, not as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. A real loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tessiae. Or the history of Tassing. Okay. Another of the Abbey is a gift. Okay. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. Saying details about the history of this place, I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be enough time to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot. Okay. I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, speak with young Master Mela here. Not quite a true master yet. I'll still have to marry and be approved by our city council. The journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he is also helping the Abbey's scriptorium. Writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. A Nuremberg artist working in Abbey scriptorium in 1518. Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose it's alright. Sure, my lord, find a little entertainment or companionship in me. I've yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though. It sounds like we're off to a bad start. Okay. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Well, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We'll see you then. Niklaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. I don't know if, clicking on the X is going to actually do anything. It's not a journeyman from Nuremberg. Look at me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt. It's fun to play this game after playing Once Upon a Jester, where there's Gaga Groot. All these weird little names. I didn't even look at that. Populous cities in the empire is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379. Center for Humanist Thought. Okay. I would almost appreciate it if it said like what modern city or country it's in. Erfurt's wonderful, the same university as Martin Luther. Priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg. Controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. Okay. Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. But you maybe met him, did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. His ideas seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. What was I was watching or seeing something that these... Oh, I think it was last week tonight about stolen art in museums and such, and like the sign of things that were stolen is like that the remains of the statue is like this, just the feet. That's why a lot of statues you might see in museums are missing the feet and that kind of stuff, because they literally just like cut off or break off what they can as low as they can. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they've even read his list of 95 theses against the church. Against the church's practice selling indulgences for the remission of sin. Okay. That was pretty recent, the year before. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. Oh, Father Gernot does not disappoint in that matter. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus. Aristotle is one people would know, Greek philosopher, student of Plato, as a polymath who wrote on a wide variety of subjects. I'm not going to read all these. They all seem like interesting people. Yep. I have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is well read as any university student. Truth, I'm simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, it's a shame. Well, what was your study? Ooh. Imperial law, medicine, of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Basically, the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Basically, human biology, medicine, and illness. Theology would be interesting, just to be speaking of the manner of the church and all that. So maybe medicine. That would seem like interesting. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come. Uh-oh. You, if I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perched as dogs, tearing you to pieces would be too kind of a fate. I thought I saw somebody walking up here. Might have just been the thing there. Perched as dogs. Animals spinning wolves. Okay. It's one of the pagan gods. Okay. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Ooh. Favorite subject. Ooh, okay. Latin has strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. Also usually recalls sententiae, antiquae, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republican Empire. Let's see. Thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, can usually perform calculations in his head. Okay, that's pretty neat. He's got a rhetoric in universities, a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Has a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites. Constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. Knows familiar with various plants and animals from study and personal experience. Ooh, this would be more astronomy type stuff. That would actually be pretty good. Is that a logician? I love studying the natural world, my lord, both the heavens above and the wild space around us. Formerly I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much we've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myths to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. This may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about plants and animals. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Pharmacopoeia, or Book of Creating Compound Medicines, written by Pedanius Dioscorides, a Greek physician and botanist who was employed in the Roman army. He's been a primary source of botanical information for centuries. Sure, there's more we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. Beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. Your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Ooh. Okay, good. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's Organon the foundation of your study? Yes, the Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements for Geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Okay, never mind. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. Teacher, philosopher, and theologian, he is known for his philosophical work in logic. Here with his student, the renowned Benedictine nun, abbess, and scholar Heloise d'Argentiu. Okay. Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. Sometimes it's not taken that I want to click on the thing. Of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of logic, like that. All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the Church's vision of truth. Is that so wrong? I question these great men should have to wrestle logic into what the Church established by fiat and force. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How'd you come to know him? How did you come to know of Curacao as well? I've been patrons of Curacao for I don't know how many generations. Years ago I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. There's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. The artists remain here quite talented and a bit old-fashioned. It's more than a bit old-fashioned. My friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But well, my family has been patrons of Curacao for generations. Seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Granat a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do not know the art. I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero's an incredible talent with color. And I very much look forward to seeing it. Alright. Lots of dialogue. Interesting, like, foliage here. Miklos, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Ooh. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Church closed most of them centuries ago. Then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Your mother Cecilia, she seemed to recognize you. Why were they closed? We are acquainted, yes, let's leave it at that. You must be Father Gernat. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, yes. I mean, no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? I want a moment. I could deal with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes. Certainly, my lord. I'll meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. So, in advance of my payments for the Book of Hours, I've made a manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the Divine Office, in addition to other religious texts, most relative plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples with elaborate illustrations. Of course, Father. Then get to work. Jerk. Shit, I should have asked him about advance for Gertner's taxes. Maybe just convince Brother Mathiel to pay me early. Cool. Alright, so... Shrine. Lisbeth. God bless you, Master Mailer. I don't know if you notice, like, God and Jesus and all that gets mentioned, or gets filled in last. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Well, then I guess I wouldn't be interested in the saffron Agnes Steinauer received yesterday. Saffron, really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her in the Albans. Okay. It's Prior Ferenc to get you some of your yellows. Good to know. Are you in need of any herbs or flowers? I could pick some for you on my next trip through the meadow. Don't worry about that. I'll go gather in the forest later. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Setya one of these days. There's a local pagan who converted to Christianity, miraculously aided St. Moritz's soldiers with food in the dead of the winter. She was martyred for her actions. Okay. It's a shrine along some of the sisters paint badges for the pilgrims. Reliquary containing the hand of St. Moritz once held the Holy Lance. Spear of Destiny, or the Lance of Longinus, is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surrounded the lance, and several places claim to possess it. Okay. God bless you, Brother Piero. No way, it's Master Mailer. I thought you couldn't see, Mr. Margaret. During the day, I can see some colors. How'd you know it's me? You and Brother Piero both smell the pigments you use. But you're taller and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil. Popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. Sister Gertrude's herbs coming. Most of them won't be grown until May. Still working with herbs suits me. Sister Margaret. Alright. Okay. Let's go to work. I didn't know there would be a whole thing in there. What's this? Rediger. True, Andreas, has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. Cloister, crypt, tower, dormitory, Old Bailey, sacristy. God bless you, Andreas. How's the sacristy today, Matthew? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, it's just being friendly. Then go in peace, my friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasure is secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Smith. Yeah, let's see. Completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate. Not without good reason, as Abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Trouble not only for Casal, but for Tassing as well. This is about Andreas. I need the money, brother. I've made a grave error and I'm in debt. If I had the coin, I'd be able to pay it off. I see. Very well. Once again, Miss Andreas Meller. Here, I shall note this with Father Gernot and Prior Frank. Thank you, Brother Matthew. Okay. Now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Yeah, I'll do that. So, where do I go to get to this place? Because I am lost. Okay, I have to go out to the dormitory, Old Bailey, and then the scriptorium. Okay. They really should just tell you, like, hey, this is where you need to go. Okay, church, the Old Bailey. Is there anybody else here? Cloister. This place is peaceful. Here we go. Prior's house, scriptorium. Okay, let's go. That's 6 hours, okay. We got Guy, Adok, and Piero. Let's say what's up to Guy. Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, brother Guy? It's fine, more contracts for the Abbey. Would you rather be making contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the Abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. The Abbots and the Priors both. You're lucky when you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. Then I'll leave you to it. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, Brother Adok? All mill. All mill? That's easy. I am well. Well done, my son. It is early. I will give you a harder one later. Look forward to all your anagrams, Brother Adok. Literal nuts. Ah, yes, until then. That's interesting. The guy gives you just anagrams. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm's coming. Big Joe Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside the Bethel. By comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok, and comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Brother Guy, please show respect to Adok. Being mean-spirited, calm yourself, Brother Adok. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. See how this Andreas, the old fart, can defend himself well enough. I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the iniquitous. I like that he is young in this look versus him. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Just double check. Yep, that smug little prick. I heard out like a mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot. Nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior. Only speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no, Brother Rothvogel. His manuscript. Baron. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly me. Of course, that's why he's visiting. What's up with this guy's... their outfits? Oh, I guess because they're working on this stuff. Okay, that they're probably getting a little messy. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. Just wait like anyone else. Guys, someday you will stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. Andreas Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freezing, which is a secular ruler of the scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kirsa Abbey. Okay. Guess I was already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Ferenc isn't here yet. I'm going to work on my main masterpiece until he arrives. So I need to reference the In der Mauer manuscript. Family of the Swiss Confederacy in Australia. Okay. What do you want, Andreas? A book, the In der Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy. Did you get enough sleep? Did I just get the book? What do you mean? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? All the way upstairs. That's all the way up. That's all that way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Okay. Sister Illuminata. Andreas needs help finding a book. I don't know where it is. Andreas. Says Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the In der Mauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. There's like librarians. I guess that'd be a thing. What do you want, Piero? You need a dirty little outfit here. Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Oh. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in the arrangement of the figures. Contrast color is also quite rich, quite nice, rich, and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Is it all? Doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. Brother, you know I don't like doing more work than I have to. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Indermauer manuscript almost exactly. So what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Granat. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it's not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to the truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of hours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you not listen to my opinions, they are just the thoughts of one old monk. There's no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? I admit I'm still fond of the old style of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth I knew it could not last. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more people will be able to read, and so doing be brought to truth. I think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything. There's a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. And Brother Guy. It is kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I had a long life and am happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I'm ready. It's a nice little bit there. And where has the time gone? It's already terrace. This is one of the hours of prayer. Terrace precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. Terce. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Until later. Get a little alone time, a little privacy. Oh. What is this man doing? What's going on in here? Andreas, what was that noise? I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata, I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Prior Ferenc came in, wrote him one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Prior Ferenc should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. I think he's on edge since Brother Rothvogel arrived early. Rothvogel. Resolved books should not be taken out of the library unless it's necessary for divine reading. Lectio Divina is the thoughtful reading of and meditation on Scripture. Prayer and contemplation is a daily part of life in the Benedictine communities. The benefit for boring the Chronica Clara. Their chronicle, a history of the university universe from creation 1082. Schmunk Marianus. Anus Scotus. Reminds me there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid is not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes. The one who wrote the masterworks that even now grace libraries at Cologne, Ilda, or Fulda. Is that an F? I guess that is an F. Yeah, there's an E, so that... Okay, that is an F, I think. Mains. Right, men's. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbey permits it. Or the abbot permits it. Now, if you excuse me. Hey, what's this fuss about Lorenz Rothvogel? Lorenz, I didn't know you were familiar with enough with the man to use his Christian name. Now, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and abbot, Father Abbot, have. And he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. He paid enough to help the abbey when we needed it. Oh, what did he buy? Can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Of course, I'll help in any way I can. Thank you, it's for the good of the Abbey. Should I begin out there where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium? I'll tell you what books I'm looking for and find them and return them to me. 2 volumes of the Aeneid. I could tell him Aeneas. Heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal side. Okay. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Oh, I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. Okay, so these ones here. I'm wearing these, I hope you don't mind. These volumes are old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aeneid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. That's a neat touch, like them putting themselves in the story. So duty appeals to Piero. No other vocations. Brother Piero takes us more serious than most of the others in Savvy. Take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? How would you know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a time where women had very little choice in their lives. In stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own story. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is all right. I suppose I understand now why you're not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry. For men. Now the books, if you please. We're not even getting close to the murder mystery stuff that's supposed to be in this. Next, Wretched Guerin. Romance written by Andrea de Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures and discover his noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, enjoys greater success as a printed book. Green cover, diamond pattern. and the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. Brother Adok was reading it. Yes, that man. So that means it's over here. This book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps. The Duke of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation 1513. Okay. It only took us 5 years ago, subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. Alright. The book is not appropriate for reading for Benedictine monks. Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observe vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. Okay. Baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. Forgot the best part. In the end, Guerin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? So he's right. It's better suited for knaves like me. Not a place to recommend anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. So we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. What's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There's neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. Isn't this the world you should be concerned with, Andreas? But the book, Andreas. We must return it, or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? I hate to see the brothers disappointed, but I understand. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadea Rusco's property. Alright. One book left, and you'll be freed from bondage. Dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Is that his book? This one? I think that guy has always been guarded by this. Guarded about this book. Like he was hiding it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this anyway? It's in French. The soul that God touched, empty of sin in the first state of grace. Ooh. Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me about this book is? I haven't asked so many questions. I've asked one question twice and you haven't answered me. I have reason to not answer you. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. So authors share the same fate. Oh, that's a shame. What? Why? I know, Andreas, it isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. For yes, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? His father Matthias loved books, all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. It's reckless, and he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content is in questions. I can sympathize with him. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. Questioned the former abbot's decision, but when Father Granat learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Once the book be destroyed, no one even knows it's here. I refuse to give it to you. What are going to do is destroy it. Well, this is Cecilia. made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. Step up your street? No. I do. So did Mother Celia and Father Gonat. Oh, fine. Now then, Baron Rothvogel. Quickly, though. I need to finish up here soon. So he buys books from the Abbey. What kinds? Choose carefully. Father Matthias had a copy. He was looking for another to verify its content. I have heard of it, but I have never read it, and I know little about its contents. Such as broadly the book deal specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. Giving me deep insight in the former abbot's mind. I saw him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It's always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Christ is a virtue. Virtue is only found in Christ, as without it, virtues are little more than ideals. So thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will I get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? It's the only door into the library. We're staying in the oldest part of the abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Sext. Lunchtime. Brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. Oh. It's from the noon. Okay. 12 hours of prayer followed by dinner. Oh. Dinner at noon, that's weird. Still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Guest house below the abbey. Okay, there. So... Would it be best to go through the dormitory, the cloister, and come out this way? Okay. Let's see if we can take that route. Cloister. Church, kitchen, cellar, cemetery. Auditorium. I think we're on the right path? Yeah, just keep going down this way. We should end out in an area. Infirmary. I just want to see like one place off the beaten path. Since made by Agnes Steinauren with some help from Sister Gertrude. Oh, Gertrude. Okay. Been here. For Abby. Okay, back out here. Is that the lower Abbey? There we go. Oh, looky who it is. Andreas, can't you see I'm busy? So we could have a pleasant conversation once. Why? Sound like a good kid at heart. Not a kid, unlike I already have one of my own. With the monks so long, you probably can't even father one. Ha ha ha. So piss off and stop bothering me. I'm busy. Or would you like to join Otto, Andrus, and me? I don't want to eat supper with you fucking lot of old farts. Alright, fine. Jeez. Mr. Sappy Idiot. Good day, Master Mailer. Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Andreas, Otto, Clara did give me your message. So I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. I never really let you get away with anything, does he? I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 I've had a bad morning, barely got anything done. My neck's aching anyway. Not too bad, thanks. Heard my damned hands splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Oh. It's not that bad of an injury, it just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. Let's eat the rye bread now. Well, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron, Rothvogel, in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? Understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. Pressure brother to peer out a finished manuscript he's working on. As though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. Got that right. He's known to fool around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. It's not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Rannick. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know, but if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. Here, but he didn't mention anything about that. He'd be so honest, like the sort of thing he would do. I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? My work is fascinated by both art and books. Time at university, a variety of other things. Sure, I imagine you have a lot of time to read when you don't have to worry where your next meal is going to come from. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andreas. No one should get away with what he does, what this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the abbey makes. And I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. Present the abbot's rule. He is a harsh lord. I think you're being unfair. The abbot does tasking a lot of good. Ah, Otto, did you see that the Bowers' sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job of it. Or at it. Oh yeah, the kid. So I was in a foul mood. You could be the laziest soul in tasking. You can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. On top of that, he's a damn thief. Before you say it, Andrus, that's more than just gossip. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. I mean, he seems less than helpful when I saw him this morning. He's a born shirker. Sure enough, I know one when I see one. And he's just a boy. He still has time to change. Especially when looking in a mirror. Speaking of the Bowers' sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon. Otto? I got an interest. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Apologies. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch him in a moment, Andrus. We'll be going for a little bit more, like 20 minutes or so. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me if you get a chance. Eva, huh? Well chosen, Otto. Agrius, don't. Just tell her hello from me and keep out of it. You don't want to involve me in your courtship. I didn't ask to be your messenger. I should return to work in the scriptorium until later. Nuns. They're just... Oh, you can't do anything there. Okay. I guess we'll go back the way we came. It's still here. Look at the Morrises. What's you, Andreas? What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware of the additional Earl's Curacao Sacrist to the Shrine of St. Moritz. Sure, his reliquary is well cared for. The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. Master, now I'm going to learn about St. Moritz. Something about Tassing's patron saint while you're here. Widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans, protected the town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn he and his legion were decimated. Does that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, led a legion made up of entirely Christians into Bavaria. Southeastern Holy Roman Empire is east of Swabia, north of Tyrol, passing and Curacao sit in the extreme south of the duchy near the border with Tyrol. Okay. These killed Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome. The emperor had his legion massacred. What's Rome? Shown by his northern neighbor, Florence. Celestial power. Ooh. For the Catholic Church, an impressive center for the arts. Okay. So who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. Lord Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was one to convert the town and save it from destruction. He and his town and his legion were snowed into the pass. Townsfolk refused to aid them. Daughter of the town's leader, Sasha, was moved in spirit, stuck from the town to convert. As soon as she was baptized, the soul melted, revealing all manners of fruits. Saved by these miraculous gifts, the town was converted and the rebels fled into the mountains. Ooh. Apologies. Getting kind of worn down here. Let's see. She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now Shrine protects Tassing from harm. Carl puts a spoon in his hat. Out my work, I went up to the Shrine of St. Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. And I let it all but burned away. I was there so long. Now I need to catch up. Oh, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz's hand and Sasha's shrine to pray for their aid. Thank you, Andreas, so do I. Gotta have some pleasantries. Cloister and see what is going on here. Ooh. Hello, Volkbert. Good day, Andreas. Okay. Just saying their hellos. Ooh. Sebit. Gotta give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sebit, I'm surprised that you're still here. As am I, but I'll be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. Started priest of the Council of Constance many years ago. 1414, 1418, Diocese of With the condemnation capture the Bohemian theologian John Hus. Okay. Rome, that is of my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. I should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. Goddess bless my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Until then, if you are ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. While we have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. The townsfolk? Accustomed to strange looks, especially in a rural place like these, but I have kind words with the baker and his wife. I say Albans, Ulrich, and Grit. Oh. Neat couple. I offer to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I'm more comfortable if you're there as well. I can certainly make time. No. It's only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruits. And that'll get me up here to the scriptorium. Here we go. Yes, you gotta crack down on the boys, make sure they're working. This work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. Working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Pryor, I am working to the best of my abilities and I dispute your criticism. May not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you are so reliable. Apologies, Brother Pryor. I will work harder. Let's see what he's got to say about our boy here. Bureau, I can't believe this. Brother Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? Should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. God, shut up, Ferenc. Stop taking out your frustrations on an old man. Andreas, I remind you that I am the master of the scriptorium and you are a guest here. I agree, Brother Pryor. Brother Piro's work is unacceptably slow. You're insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Brother Ferenc is right. There's our interesting dude. Pryor Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can expect... No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. Thought I made my desires clear. With my generosity towards Kurosawa's being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. My lord. Let's respond to this. The abbot already seems annoyed. Just nod, don't irritate the abbot. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Greet him with this Christian name. You are brothers and comrades in art. Hee hee. So that might offend the Baron. Ah, well. Father Gernatz. Why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, when I have Brother Guy completed, if speed is your concern. No, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Piro, I'd be delighted to complete the work. Well, Abbot, I'm trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. Well, I will do what I have to do. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. Nonsense, you can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. Well, that's a shame. The Druckers. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh, go to hell, Ferenc. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. That's beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. Any of this, I am. Yes, you are, and you've embarrassed me, the Abbot, and the Abbey. Prior Ferenc is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the Prior for 1 minute? Here, it's you, Ferenc. You're so insincere and so obvious about it, Guy. I'm gonna say nothing, because I don't want to get involved in the business here. Brothers. You please, Sister Zdena, and I would prefer if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Go back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper at the Abbot's table. Vespas. Few more pages. Supper at the Abbot's table. What does that say? A day and a few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can... Tutorial. Let's see. Claire kindly gave me some food for dinner. Should see if Otto around. Otto's working below the Abbey between the guest house and the Abbot's house. Let's see. Once she's done, it was nice catching with Otto and Endress, but it's about time I head back to the scriptorium to work on the Book of Hours. Not sure I'm welcome, but I can't refuse the invitation to watch the lavatory, the cloister, and join the brothers in the refectory. I was going to know that I'm missing dinner with the Druckers again. Yeah. Go to the cloister. The lavatorium. Factory. Or lavatorium. Andreas, I'm so glad you'll be joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I'll be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it'll be good to have you with us. That's a shame, I always enjoy our talks. Now, same doesn't apply to you at the Abbot's table, you can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I can fool myself, these men are above my station. Supper with an abbot and a nobleman, I could get used to this. Remember how the prior treated you is not fair, it's humiliating. Oh no, my son, there's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. Now, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you in your work. When you leave all of us at Curacao Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. Frank is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old just because a nobleman says so. Time passes for us all. Things change. Future will right over the present. You need not fear it, any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Okay. Alright. This is the refectory. We'll deal with this dinner and then we will go. I'll let y'all go. Surprised there's no achievements so far. I'm gonna just... a second. Okay. Okay, there is. Some of these seem like they require a good bit of work. There's one for getting Illuminata to give me the book. And the secret door to the library. Okay. Thank you, my lord. Father Granat, Father Thomas, Prior Ferenc. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew, how wonderful. Jesus replied, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but my Father in heaven. I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? The keys of the kingdom of heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Then he ordered his disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. What you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gernot, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I. He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. My lord, this meal to your liking. I believe I remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail, my god, Father Abbot, the quail's fine. Don't you think about Luther's ideas are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthew, yes, how appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? Baron, please don't involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine, what about Andreas? The man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. It's really put me in a difficult position. When I join a debate, it may bring everyone closer to understanding truth. I don't know what else to do. To hell with the abbot if he can't handle the charisma he isn't fit to sit at the taincy table. Curse me, that's why. Oh boy, do we want to go into it? I don't know. Sure. Debate, excellent. Why not start with the 95 theses? Enough. Andreas, you should know better. Lord Rothvogel, you are a guest and held in high esteem, but you've worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matthew, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father, is your abbey, but you're taking too much offense at this, and you're far too afraid to change. As from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you or Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous, outrageous. How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. Despite his unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tessier. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. I need to overstay my welcome. Fathers, brothers, Andreas, good night. Why, Andreas, why did you engage in my better expect of you? I expect better of you than... Oh, okay, well. I'll take my leave as well. Good night. It didn't go well for us. Father Gernot's in the Baron, I'm sure we'll be fine by morning. Hope Father Abbott can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. Think on Matthew, Andreas. Our forgiveness should not come like God's love, freely without condition. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. What do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Huh? That is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. Alright. Compline. I should get some sleep. As should I. I go hit the main menu here 8 seconds ago. It's great. So yeah, that is Pentiment. It's a bit slow, but interesting stuff being done here. And we're kind of just in the very beginning where it is everything's being introduced. So as far as I know, there's like a murder mystery thing that is a big part of this first act. And obviously we're still in the way it sort of feels like, seems like somebody's not going to survive the night. Or that's maybe the Baron or somebody at the church, I don't know. So we'll have to see how that goes, or I'll have to see how that goes. I don't know that I'll be streaming more of this. It's an interesting game, but it's a lot of reading and a lot of stuff there. I'd probably like to go more into it at my own pace. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, for streaming, no streaming tomorrow. No Sunday, no Monday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll be able to do next Saturday as well. So I'll probably be able to stream there for a few days in a row, a handful of days in a row. Yeah, after Wednesday I get the rest of the weekend off. Not by choice or anything, just how the dice fell to this week coming up. But it is Thanksgiving week, holiday week, all that fun stuff. So hope that you have a good weekend here and a good holiday week next week. We'll see you all next week. I do have some interesting stuff to stream. I did pick up my first Black Friday thing. I got the Centennial Case, a Shijima Story for the PS5. It's $30, half off, and I was like, that's a pretty good price. It's an FMV, I guess, murder mystery game. It's all murder mystery around here, but yeah, thank y'all. We'll probably stream that here this week coming up, so thank you all. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.